Good morning, I'm Alex. It's Thursday, May 28th. Today, the SBA is holding a labor roundtable right now on rules that could affect how you staff your business. New grads are entering the job market and small businesses are positioned to compete. And a $50 million federal grant is open for manufacturers. 3 stories, 5 minutes, done. The SBA's Office of Advocacy is conducting a small business labor roundtable today, May 28th, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, to take input on how upcoming changes to joint employer standards would affect small business owners. The 3 regulatory frameworks on the table are the Fair Labor Standards Act, the Family and Medical Leave Act, and the Migrant and Seasonal Agricultural Worker Protection Act. Joint employer status is one of the more consequential labor rules for businesses that use contractors, staffing firms, franchisees, or gig workers. If you share any control over how workers perform their jobs, even informally, you could be classified as a joint employer, creating wage, benefit, and compliance obligations you didn't plan for. The current administration has signaled it wants to narrow the joint employer definition, which would reduce liability for small businesses using contractor relationships. But how the rule is written matters enormously, and this comment period is where real business owners have genuine influence. Even if you can't attend today's virtual roundtable, the SBA Advocacy website will post materials and keep written comments open after the session. What to watch? Visit advocacy.sba.gov after today and submit a brief written comment describing how joint employer rules affect your specific operations. 2 clear sentences from a real business owner carry real weight in the regulatory comment process. College graduation season is landing right now, and the timing works in favor of small businesses that are ready to hire. In a labor market where big corporate hiring has slowed, new graduates are showing real interest in small business opportunities, according to recent CNBC coverage. Starting salaries at small businesses for the class of 2026 now average $65,734, up nearly $3,000 from last year. And the compensation gap versus corporate entry-level positions is closing. The pitch small businesses can make that large employers cannot: faster real responsibility, direct access to decision makers, and the experience of seeing a whole business operate rather than one siloed department. For graduates who watched layoff cycles hit older workers, stability and ownership of their work matter. The hiring window is right now. May and June are peak decision months for new graduates, and the candidates who've already started their searches are making choices this week. If you have an open position, it needs to be posted today, not next month. What to watch? Post any open roles on Handshake this week. Handshake is the platform college career centers actually direct students to, and a well-written post that leads with growth and learning will outcompete a generic corporate listing right now. The SBA announced a $50 million grant opportunity this month for manufacturers and workforce training programs supporting domestic production. The grant is part of the SBA's Made in America Manufacturing Initiative and covers businesses investing in domestic production capability and the skilled labor to support it. Eligibility is broader than you might expect. This isn't only for large factories. The criteria include manufacturing businesses of various sizes, workforce training organizations, and supply chain intermediaries building domestic capacity. If you've been investing in American-made products, skilled trades training, or domestic sourcing, it's worth reading the eligibility requirements before assuming you don't qualify. Grants of this size typically use a competitive review process, which means the quality of your narrative about your business's domestic manufacturing impact matters as much as meeting the base criteria. What to watch? Go to SBA.gov this week and look up the $50 million manufacturing grant announcement. Read the full eligibility criteria rather than skimming the headline, because the scope includes support services and training operations, not just direct manufacturing. That's Thursday. Labor rules, a fresh hiring window, and real grant money. A lot moving this week. I'm Alex. One more day to go.